Hey gang, Admiral still here. So, this was the last game that I played in the Tier 9 Pan-Asian Destroyer Chung before unlocking, actually this battle helped me unlock the Tier 10 Pan-Asian Destroyer. This turned out to be a heck of a game. I won't spoil anything beyond that. What I will tell you is that this is the kind of game that keeps me coming back and playing more. Any of us who played regularly through the holidays knows that, well, I guess it's fair to say, without seeming hyperbolic, that there were some very lopsided games. And some of the players that were playing, even at really high tiers, had very few games. In fact, there was even just yesterday, and this, we're well into January at this point. I was in a tier 10 match, and there were some players that had 300-400 games total playing that. I mean, this 3 or 4 people on the team. So we've had a big influx of new players. I'm really glad for that. But as many of you that have been around a while know, that can make for some very interesting and maybe at times frustrating games. So, on to this game. I decided early that I was going to go ahead and contest the cap.
Enemy force detected.
I got to watch my angle because where the George is at over there, you can get hit from there. So you got to really push up close, or I have to really push up close to this island now. I bank starboard, but then I come hard to port because I want to basically just put my broadside right next to this island. Some kids fishing on the dock there. I'm scared the crap out of them. Okay, so I'm guessing that the hood is going to go ahead and push on in. Excuse me. And we've got a Dmitry Donskoy, as you could see there on the minimap, also pushing in. And there's the radar as expected. Now I've tried to position myself so that nobody can shoot me. Georgia and Benham. I don't think Benham has the range really anyway, but
I need help.
Yeah, I'm asking for help. And because they're in the camp with me,
Activated.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bug out. Because what I don't want to happen is I don't want somebody to push around one corner or the other and catch me sitting there. Because that would be very, very bad for me. It's better to live into the mid and late game, if at all possible. So I give up my position even though I almost had the cap secured. And I make a run for it. And that's fine. I'm not thrilled about it, but I got away. I didn't get a scratch. And I'm looking immediately for a position that'll allow me to make a strike with torpedoes. Now I see the Benham is working on the Charlie cap, and he's got the support of Seattle and an Agato over there. They're dealing with a Rune, a Georgia, Nueva de Julio, and a Benham. So they're a little outmatched, and like I did at B, the Benham has come very close to getting C, but as you can see on the minimap, he's going to have to make a run for it as well.
Reporting the target position.
Now I'm calling for help with the Donskoy, and I'm hoping that these battleships back here on the 3 line and the 4 line are going to be willing to help me out. Now I was hoping to get a shot on the hood with torpedoes, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to come hard to the right here, swing really hard starboard, and throw torpedoes out on Izumo. And I'm going to use the island there in the cap to keep the hood from lighting me up. And I'll just come back around. So I've got a Gneisenau now pushing on the opposite end of the island directly behind me.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Their Donskoy is moving toward Charlie, which is really good for me. I'm still technically in his radar range, but it won't be hard for me to find cover with all these islands around. And as long as he keeps moving the way that he's moving, I won't be in his radar range for long. Just checking on my torpedoes there. Looked pretty good when I could still see the ship. There's one hit, two, and this is going to finish him right there. Okay.
We destroyed an enemy battleship.
So,
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
of course, I'm going to do that regularly anytime I'm playing a destroyer. Let's finish off the radar cruiser, boys. Okay, so that was a bad moment for us. We lost Fiji and Venom in quick succession. Our Neptune is in a really bad spot. Now, on the Alpha side, we've got Lyon, Lyon, and New Orleans. They're squaring off against Gneisenau, Kitakaze, and Neptune. On this side, at the Charlie Cap, I've already described the odds there. Not good, especially after we lost our Venom. So I'm looking at the fact that we are down 3 ships. The enemy team is only down 1, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, well they're gonna lose that guy.
Fire on the enemy warship.
And I'm pinging to make sure that there he goes. And I'm thinking, I really
concentrate fire on the target.
I really need to make something happen here. I know that we've got the Hood that's been camping back here. It's risky, and sometimes it does not work out. But I decide we really need a cap, and I can't just let this guy hold this position the entire game, or we're never going to be able to secure this cap. So I decide I'm going to go ahead and just rush him and try and take him out. I've got my torpedoes up.
Engine boost
I
activated.
am detection spotted. And you can see I'm going to get as close as I can. I'm hoping his guns aren't pointed right at me. Of course they are. And yeah, that hurt. There's no way he's going to survive that.
Enemy battleship foundered.
And now I have a shot at securing this cap, and you can see you got Lennon there behind me. Also moving into the cap, of course.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
He's probably just going to keep the cap from being secured longer, sitting broadside like that, but I'm not sure if Gneisenau is spotted by anybody else. I'm hoping that he is, so that I can get him burning. But no, turns out I'm the only one that could see him, at least for that moment. Now we've made a little bit of a comeback here. Now we're down 4 ships.
Screen set.
And they are down 5. And I'm just blind firing using the minimap. Trying to anticipate where he's going. My torps are just about back up. So I'm going to get underway here. Now I see the Venom behind me, and that's because the Lennon is spotted. Now I really question what the Lennon was thinking here. He had to know that the Venom was over there.
Engine boost deactivated.
I'm going to see what I can do to help, but it's not going to be much when you can see all those red torpedoes. And Venom has just hit the afterburner, so I'm going to have to add a little bit more there to the range. And now I've got to go dark. I'm sure Lennon is thinking there's nowhere for me to go. And really there isn't. I think probably it would have been best served turning south, skirting that island. Yeah, he would have made himself a target, but he might have been able to outrun some. The way that he is right now, he's broadside to, well, now he's broadside to Georgia. Now they're Kitakaze, played by Samurai 27, and there goes our Lenin.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Their Kitakaze is having a heck of a game. And just like that, fortune has turned, and it is 6 ships apiece, and we are down a ton of points. So, once again, I'm thinking I have to make something happen. I'm going to have to get over here and kill this Venom. And if I can put torpedoes on the turrets while I'm at it, that's great. New Orleans is still on the far side.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. Verstanden.
And I'm guessing their Atlanta's there still, along with their Kitakaze. And I'm just hoping to land a torpedo, maybe 2. Hoping against hope to help put the turrets down here. And we really need another cap.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
So that's my priority.
Procedete verso la cattura di quell'area. Alle Stationen, Feuer auf das Ziel konzentrieren.
That's 3 kills, 96,000 damage.
Engine boost activated.
And there's the Venom. So this is my goal right here. I got to finish him off. I've got 13,000 hit points. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm just going to have to avoid some torpedoes. Down goes Venom.
We've sunk an enemy
I'm
destroyer.
going to turn in
Dead ahead.
and do a little shake.
A tutte le unità, concentrate.
Now let's help finish off the Georgia. And Georgia's got that speed boost. See, he can be a little tough to track. So I've avoided the torpedoes. You see I'm accelerating to full speed again. I want to get in this cap as soon as possible. I'm not going to go far into the cap. There's a rune up there somewhere. He's duking it out with our Brindisi. I'm already thinking I need to turn around and go help on the other side, because I've got Friedrich de Grosse and Leon both pushing this way.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
It's going to take them forever to get back to the other side.
Verstanden.
Now, I realize there's a very little chance that these torpedoes are going to get there in time with 2 battleships firing on that rune. But the sooner he dies, the better. In fact, I feel so strongly about that I'm going to go ahead and put some shells in the air.
A tutte le unità, catturate quell'area.
And now it's time to turn around and
Abgelenkt.
beat feet back toward the ACAP. Now, things are looking really good right now in terms of ships. We've got 4 ships, they've only got 2. But we're still down 250 points, more or less. And they've got a
Engine boost deactivated.
very good Kitakaze player and a very good Atlanta player. Hold up at A. So this could still go either way. Now this is a little bit boring while I cross the entire map, but I will say that what I'm doing right now, as I'm making my way across, is I'm kind of evaluating the situation. Brindisi's banged up, but still got 12,000 hit points, so if he positions well, he can really help out, especially against Kitakaze. The Leon, he's kind of stuck. I mean, unless he runs north, he's going to be in a little channel of islands. You see there in the chat, I say anyone spotted, call out. It's because I want to know where the Kitakaze is at. I don't think the Atlanta's going to move out. I think he's going to sit and wait for us. But the Kitakaze is going to be moving out to spot. And those torps that you see on the far side there, I'm not sure exactly which ship dropped those, but those are those Eterna torps that just run off the map and keep going forever. So that's what we're looking at there. So what I'm hoping Brindisi is going to do here is put himself in a spot where he can make use of those islands for cover, the islands that are just south of him. because he's bound to get spotted. I mean, you can see the last known position of the Kitakaze. And I'm making a guess about where they must be
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
based on our Leon having been spotted. Okay, so now we're about 150 or so, a little more than that, 170 points behind. We are making up some ground with 2 caps, but don't think it's quite enough. Now the Brindisi here, yeah, he probably felt pretty good about things. I mean, Atlanta doesn't have many hit points, Kitakaze doesn't have many hit points, but both of them have the ability to fire from cover. And here it comes. And unfortunately, our Brindisi just doubles down rather than running for cover, using his smoke. Now, of course, he may be out of smoke at this point. He just keeps pushing ahead, literally right into the incoming fire. Now, he's a good player, and he had a good game. And maybe just, if he was out of smoke, didn't feel like he had any choice. He was probably running for the nearest island. But whatever the reason, this does not work out well for the Brindisi. Okay, there we got a sight of both ships. I'm going to put a couple in the air here, hoping to get a hold of Kitakaze. It's a long shot. At that range, these shells, they fall like snowflakes at that range. But the game just got a lot closer. Now we're back down roughly 200 points. We've only got a 1-ship advantage, and there's only 3 minutes left in the game. Now, Atlanta, if he saved a radar, could still radar me. I know Kitakaze ran north. He could be turning around, but I'm doubting he's going to do that. He seems like a good player.
Engine boost activated.
And I know if it was me, I'd be running north and then to cross, trying to get the sides of the battleships rather than red head on. For torpedoes, I mean. If I get spotted, I'm liable to get hit by Kitakaze and or Atlanta both. But I do have smoke, and I'm counting on Atlanta being out of radars. I'm going to preemptively throw some torps out there and in there. If he's smart, he'll stay right behind the island. I don't want to smoke up, I just want to finish the Kitakaze, but there are the torps that I was predicting against the battleship. And Atlanta still got me spotted. Just changing my angle.
Smoke generator started.
And trying to get to a stop. Now you'll notice they took out my engines, or my steering, but I didn't want to repair. I didn't want to repair until they weren't tracking me anymore.
Problem solved, sir.
Otherwise I might repair and then have them immediately knock out my steering or my engine or whatever again. Okay, so I've got 1,792 hit points.
Smoke screen set.
We're down 32 points. We've got 1 minute and 18 seconds left in the game. Our de Grosse is pushing right into the Atlanta. If he and or the Leon can finish off the Atlanta, then this is really in the bag. And I'm thinking, is there a Kraken in my future? I've got less than a minute, but I'm heading straight at him.
Engine boost deactivated.
As you can see, this was a really close game, very fun to play. And I really lucked out here with spotting the Kitakaze just for a second. I'm anticipating down goes Atlanta, and we have the lead. Now it's just a question of, can I secure the Kraken? I'm guessing if he's got torpedoes up, he's going to throw them my way, so he's going to be focused on that. But I was wrong. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.